enough. It could be the problem, by the way. Yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. Yeah. I'll start with the lady to introduce herself. You're also leader of the ladies troop side of the Pantera Rover crew, and then can get to listen to the gentleman and get to this discussion. Welcome, Faith.
Thank you so much. So my name is Faith Joel. Yes, you've just introduced me. So in Kenyatta University Pantera Rover crew, the Rover Mate 2. Rover Mate basically means like chairperson. So Rover Mate 2 means like vice chairperson for the overall Pantera Rover crew. Then now for the competitions, we do divide, like you can't mix gents and females. So what happens, you have to go with a team of males and a team of females. So for the females, I'm the one in charge of them. So I'm like now the chair to the team of the females.
Right, you're so soft-spoken for a leader. I wonder how they are able to follow you as a leader, given that Scouts is all discipline, or do you switch to a tougher side?
What happens, I have a certain friend actually who always ask me, Faith, wewe ni mdogo sana, how do you manage controlling our watu? And I'm like, okay, even the members know when it comes to serious matters, I'm ever serious, but when it comes to fun, tutacheka will do everything that deals with fun.
Must be a really nice balance.
Exactly.
Let me hear if Gesicho has the same. Do you have sides of do you have a fun side, given that you're the disciplinarian of KU Scouts troop?
Okay, first of all, I'm Bran Gesicho, the disciplinarian of the entire troop, not necessarily the members, but also to the leaders too. I have to keep everyone in check. Not that I'm always right, but I have to always keep everyone on the line.
Do you have a fun
During
side?
to my work, I have to always be on the wrong side of people and also always strict, but I also have a fun side.
Okay. Do you participate in the fun activities?
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Or you just stand by the side, you're a tough guy.
I am the one who leads the fun activities in the fun.
Oh yeah, true, definitely.
Yeah.
Being tough all the time, you'd need an escape.
Yeah. Sometime
here and there. Let's begin with the name of your crew, Pantera Rover Crew. Is this specific to Kenyatta University, or how does that name work?
Okay, so what happens, we have sections. So now the section that we are in right now is for people aged in between 18 to 26 years of age.
Okay.
So for you to, we do divide ourselves into like troops. So you name them according to family. What do I call them? Pets. Let me call them, domestic animals.
Okay.
So that's why we chose the Pantera. So it's specifically for KU. When you go to like an institution like UN, they have their own name. So right. Pantera is only for KU Scouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Pantera is the family name of cats, right? Which includes lions, tigers, and all of the others. Are you guys as fierce? Let me just hear from the disciplinarian.
Yeah. Frankly, we are fierce when it comes to tackling issues, but we are also as soft as cats when needed.
Okay. Both ends of the spectrum, soft.
Yeah.
Paka, wanasema simba kinyeshewa, usidhani ni paka. Inaweza kuwa ni paka ametulia, lakini pia kuna the spirit of the lion in there.
Yeah.
I wanted us to have a look at that Pantera print, but I don't know what are the rules like. Are you allowed to turn around your scarves?
It's okay.
Okay. There's that imprint there. If you could just have a look at it, let's show it to us there.
Yeah. So
let us know about the whole scarf and the composition of the colors, if they have any meaning at all.
Yeah. So the whole scarf, if you are a Kenyatta University student, you can recognize the Kenyatta University flag colors, the black, green, and the blue.
Nice.
So we go around as a Kenyatta University troop. The logo itself is written Kenyatta University Scouts, Pantera Rover Crew, with a paw print for the Pantera family of cats. Now you get it, the link. The Pantera is a family of cats. Now that comes to our logo.
Okay, the paw from all across those animals.
Normally we say long live the paw.
Long live the paw.
Long live the paw.
Okay, is that your slogan?
Yeah, it's a slogan to keep us pushing through.
Okay, because I started with asking if you can turn around the scarf. Let's speak about the whole regalia, and then you can get to activities and whatnot. When I see people who are uniformed, mostly there are rules that come with uniform. Yeah, kuna huwezi guza huwezi guza shati ya askari, huwezi guza kofia ya soldier. Unajua those kinds of rules. Huwezi toa shati mahali fulani, huwezi do this and that. Is that the same for you guys, or how do we interpret how you're dressed?
Yeah, there are rules there is a discipline entitled to wearing the Scouts regalia. But in general, there are different sections too of the scouting. We have the little ones, 6 to 11, Sungura, Chipkizi, Mwamba, and us, Rovers. Now, what differentiates us are the color of scarves. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a yellow scarf, there's a green scarf, a maroon scarf, and an orange scarf. Now, the yellow scarf is for the Sunguras, the little ones. Then when you go up, you graduate to the green scarf, which is the Chipkizi. Then you graduate to the Mwamba, which is the maroon scarf. Then to the Rovers, Jasiri, which is, Rovers is English, Jasiri is Swahili.
Oh, Jasiri is Swahili for Rovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the orange scarf. Now, here we have the blue scarf. I know you've not. It's not in the colors I've mentioned.
Yes, I'm waiting for it.
I know, but the blue scarf is specifically for the troop.
Okay.
Wherever you see these blue with the green black stripes, it's always for the Kenyatta University Scouts troop.
Okay.
You'll never find any other person from any other troop with this scarf. It is only intended for us. So if you're walking in town and you see this scarf, whether I'm in uniform or in casual, I'm from this crew.
All right.
Every crew has it.
Okay. Let's speak about your hat there. It has something from far. It looks like a cross, but near it looks like a flower. You're the closest to it. Tell us about it.
Okay, this is the Scout emblem. It's a worldwide Scout emblem. It's called the Fleur de Lis. It's a French word.
Fleur?
Fleur de Lis.
Fleur de Lis. Okay.
The pronunciation, I am a French student, so...
All right, you're excused.
Fleur de Lis.
Yeah.
Now, it has 3 parts. It measures, it as a resemblance of our Scout principles.
Okay.
Whenever we do a Scout sign, we always do it this way.
3 fingers.
3 fingers.
Okay.
Now, the same way the Fleur de Lis has 3 parts. The finger facing me, it's a service to oneself.
Okay.
The farthest is service to others. Then the middle one represents service to God.
Okay.
Those are our 3 principles that guide.
Service to self, to others, and to God.
So, what do you notice in general of all the principles? It's the word service.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. We're going to get to look at service, and being that the mission and motto of service is what the whole Scouts movement entails. Let's speak to Faith for a bit there, and also look at a dress up. But before we nielezea about the badges, I just want to know what these badges mean that are in your shirt. But when I was back in high school, it was a crime for anyone to be found in a Scouts shirt and they're not member of the Scouts, member of the Scouts troop. Is that the case now, even in university? Ukinipata nimevaa a Scouts shirt and I'm not a member of Scouts. What does that mean, and what kind of repercussions will fall on me?
Okay, one, you find that in campus it's different. Actually, it's almost impossible finding someone who's not a scout with the Scouts uniform. Actually, we have scouts who don't even have the uniform.
Okay.
So it's so hard actually to find someone with the Scouts uniform. But as per the rules, you shouldn't have you shouldn't wear the uniform when you're not a scout. And again, for me now, I shouldn't do a black trouser, then I do the shirt belonging to the scouting uniform. So it's kind of misusing it. Again, I shouldn't do it when I'm not going to a scout related events. So I only do scouting uniform when going to scouting related events only. Yeah.
All right. If you find me nilianua hii shati yako pale rooftop alafu ninatembea nayo, are there ways of apprehending me or repercussions to me?
Okay, one, because we're humans, I just approach you, then I talk to you nicely. So, nanienshu umeitoa kama maybe it's the kofia or maybe let me say like in sakama shirt. I can't tell you to do away with the shirt, but I'll tell you it's not like allowed to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also issue of days, Monday and Friday, but I realized today is Tuesday. Is there a rule to the specific days?
Okay. Okay.
There's actually, for let's say schools or institutions, for the same time umesema alikuwa na fry scout akishindwa
ku raise flag.
A scout uniform is worn on special occasions. For example, on Monday and Friday there is a flag raising ceremony.
Yes.
That's a very crucial training part of a scout. You have to learn that throughout your way. So during that ceremony, he has to wear the scout uniform.
Okay.
Today is a Tuesday. To appear here is a special occasion.
Can you tell them again? Let them know. To be here is a special occasion.
Yeah, to be here is a special occasion.
Right. So you guys are adorning the Scouts regalia. When you mentioned the flag, then you said it's an important part of the Scouts training process, right?
Yeah.
I would normally assume, also given that you have the Kenyan flag here on. I think I don't see it. I don't see it with you.
About that, I knew you'd notice. This is every year, not every. Once in a while, there is always a change in regalia.
Okay.
The same way in the police force, we always have a change in regalia.
Oh, right.
So this was a uniform bought back in 2018. By then, we used the African badge for our uniform, then the Kenya Scouts to represent us in the Kenya.
Okay.
But it changed to Kenya Scouts, but still with the Kenyan flag as the badge.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there service to, when you're speaking about flag, raising the flag on Monday and on Friday, which is a very momentous occasion for the Republic in general, is there a part where there's service to the country? Service to the Republic, and how does that reflect within the Scouts? If you can take that, Faith.
Okay. So I'd say one, it kind of instills patriotism or rather loyalty to one's country. And again, I feel like what came to my mind when you were reading that tweet. Vile mtu hufurahia mtu akifail ku raise flag. Okay, one thing, when the normal students, they feel like kuna kitu special with the scouts, with the pupils who are like scouts, and they also feel like now that they're in like scouting attire, wanaona there's like something iko na hawa yenye hatuna. Yeah, so they feel like when they're doing something nicely, so wakifeel tu kidogo, it's like wanafurahia tu. Yeah, so I feel like again, the marching thing, getting to know how to stand even in front of people, raising the flag, it's kind of even like instilling like discipline and like you knowing how to even like present yourself before people, because there's that confidence. Mtu ametoka kwa na kuna zile shule ziko na over 500 students or other pupils, so that person actually making to step there and raise that flag, kuna vile inamsaidia. Yeah,
that's true. You've mentioned marching hapo, na wacha ni endelee tu bado na wewe. I'm speaking for a friend who went to an SDA church for most of their life. Alikuwa it's called Pathfinders, unajua. They march on, it starts from adventurers and then they move to Pathfinders. I don't know what they eventually graduate to, because this friend didn't go past Pathfinders. So huyu friend wangu anauliza, does that kind of experience also is it similar to being in the Scouts? Kama niko SDA na mimi ni Pathfinder na kuna flag ya SDA, I think that's raised and stuff like that kind of setup and the Scouts, is it similar? Mtu anaweza toka huko na hiyo experience, msema kuna 10 years of experience as a Pathfinder kama ingia Scouts.
Okay, what I might say is one, I'm not an SDA and I really don't know much about them. But I remember sometimes back I attended one of their events and I saw like the young kids coming out of the church and kind of marching, coming out of the church and such stuff. So actually I never knew before, like they do the marching stuff and all that. But because my colleague here is from SDA, maybe they could tell us.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah.
Let us know. What is the difference? Were you in Pathfinder?
Okay, I'm raised from an SDA family.
Okay.
I have gone through all those stages. The adventurers, Pathfinder, ambassador in the youth.
Oh.
Now I'm in a youth.
Okay.
Now, frankly, it's not the same.
Okay.
It's the same concept, marching, but remember scouting is not religious. Is not confined to one religious. We allow people from different religions. You see, so we don't confine people in one religion.
Okay.
And also, there are some few regulations in Pathfinder that are very different in scouting.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's the same concept, but a little bit
Did it help
different.
you? Inakaa ilikusaidia sana kuingia scouts. Is it easier now, being a scout?
Yeah, it is easier. Normally when, let's say for example, when you are in school and you're a scout, you go to camp twice a term in high school. Then when you go back home, you never go again for a camp if you're not an SDA.
Right.
Then when you come back, it becomes again hard to adapt into the camping system. So on my part, I'd say it was easy because whether I'm in school or not, I'm always camping. I just love the outdoor.
Right, the discipline and the service
it's always there.
Yeah, right, can easily also be translated back to your scouts life. Now, you've been deeply involved in community service, and I think Faith can take this for us before I come back to matters of discipline with you once more. You've been deeply involved in community service. Could you share some of those projects impactful that you've done maybe within Kenyatta University or in Nairobi or the Republic at any point?
Yeah, sure. So first we do community outreaches. We go to children's home. We could maybe wash their clothes, dance with those kids, listen to them and such stuff. We also do cleanups. Like the last one we did was at Mirema, Hunters, Kasarani. So we also do cleanups. We also do, what do I call it? During the agricultural show of Kenya, we do host a show camp. So it's normally held at Jamhuri grounds. So opposite Jamhuri grounds, we do have the Roland Scouts camp, where we have the headquarters of the KSA. So during that period, we do go offer service at the agricultural show of Kenya. So we could help maybe those people who have come to kind of showcase what they do with their companies and all that. We help them. We also do have people going around trying to look if we have any tap leaking, any littering around and such stuff. Yeah.
All right. When people see a group of young people or a group of anyone in society giving out service, they're like, nani analipa hawa watu? What are they gaining? What does someone gain by giving service to society as a Scouts member?
Okay, one, there's that self-satisfaction or rather self-fulfillment. It's just like going to a children's home and to feel like you have impacted someone. You feel like you're satisfied, like you feel like you've touched someone's heart and such stuff. Then again, secondly, I feel like there's that discipline instilled in you because watu hudhani like takataka inachiwa scouts to some extent because they know when a scout will see this paper left here, probability of collecting it is like 99%. So I feel like it's kind of inakufanya unakuwa self-disciplined.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hakuna kulipwa lakini.
Yeah, hakuna kulipwa, but okay, at times the at times we to the events we go, at times we do have like a stipend, like for the agricultural show of Kenya, they do give us like something on a daily basis, but something small.
But mtu asitafute scouts eti anakuja kutafuta job, right? We are speaking to people who are out there trying to get jobs and start businesses. This is service and discipline, and that's what we are on about. Speaking about discipline, let me come to you, Gesicho there. Okay. You guys have been engaged in initiatives like the World Suicide Day and the World Mental Health Day campaigns. These efforts are towards raising awareness in mental health, right? So there's that. This is going to be a two-part question. There's that part of mental health. Scouts are raising awareness, mental health challenges, also taking part in that. But you're a disciplinarian, and there's those tough rules, camping, mtu ako huko nje ka tent tu na kasufuria moja nini for 5 days, alafu unakuja una march, una train, ukifanya mistake, I'm sure there's some sort of punishment, I bet, that's meted for discipline purposes. How first of all have you been creating mental health awareness, and also secondly, how do you marry now these two aspects? On one end, you have the need for discipline, kukua tough and all that, but that can be also challenging for mental health. Mental health yangu inaweza chemka huko kwa forest tukicamp. How do I maintain discipline, be very military in my approach, but also take care of my mental health?
Okay, mental health on itself is a very crucial impact to our life in the society. So when we create mental awareness, or on that suicide day, we try to show how scouting as a discipline can help regulate your mental processing. You see, when you umesema tunaweza enda leo, we are very military in our work, and we have to come back to work, let's say on a Monday, and still cooperate the work and be relaxed. That exercise, it's a training that helps regulate your mind.
Nice.
It's a really nice one for mental health. It helps you cope with stressful and let's say you have a deadline to catch and you have a lot to do. So when you have that stress, with your mind trained, you'll have to know how your mind will just react according to how to handle it.
You'll approach it with a very relaxed mind.
With a relaxed mind, not to kungangana kila saa. Now, creating awareness, we do have a World Mental Health Awareness Day where scouts do participate, especially our troop. We had one in Nairobi. We do participate in those, and we also create awareness by talking to people, holding forums once in a while. We do, when we go for a community outreach, we talk to different people, different careers on the same topic.
Okay.
Not only mental awareness, but also a lot of topics, but to alight on that mental awareness.
Right. This is a business show. Maybe just lastly, a word there still on discipline. How can someone who's watching this show, a young person, a young entrepreneur, how would the skills gained as a Scouts troop member in Kenyatta University Panthera Rover crew, let's say there's also already a member who wants to go out there and start business, how will they be able to translate this, and will it work in the world of business?
Okay, now discipline is a wide field. But scouting helps you work on your weaknesses when it comes to that field. Organization, timekeeping, handling things. Discipline is a key essential to business in general.
Right.
Organizing your work, knowing where to start, where to end, your time frame. They say we are military when it comes to time.
Yes.
But trust me, it's the kind of discipline you need when it comes to a business, especially when keeping time. When we're told to get here by 7, that's the official statement. Get here by 7, but scouts will be there by 6:50.
And I have to admit, you guys were here before me. That's the kind of discipline happening at the Scouts.
That's the kind of discipline.
Earlier on my show before me. So
you told us by 7 we are 6:30. You were not in when you came here. So
come, hey. Nianika sana, employer is watching. But yes, very disciplined and
Yeah.
on time, right? And this is going to be important for anyone who's trying to do business.
Yeah.
Kupatana na watu for business
But,
meetings.
and also, for example, in the competition, the patrol consists of 10 people, 10 different people, different backgrounds, different societies, different home areas. But they come together with their weaknesses, with their strength, to build a team, work together for the rest of the days to tackle solutions in the community. So learning how to work with people is a key discipline also entailed in the scouting movement.
Right.
You learn to interact with people from different countries, different religion, different backgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, the last time we had the first Africa's rover moot, whereby people from all over the world came to Kenya's, the Roland Scout Center, all over the world. People from all over the world. So you could meet different people, Arabic, Asians, English, British, but still we were in one ground, all camping in one area, all doing one activity, all in one bus, all in one region.
Right.
And we still learned how to work with all of them.
Okay.
No problem arised. It was a successful event. That's the kind of discipline we instill in people. Making connections, finding sponsors and collaborators in the business.
Definitely. Nice. Let's talk about your crew once more and the competition that is coming up, or the competition that you participated and now are going to represent us in East Africa. And I'm going to getting it from you first. How does someone become a part of the KU Rover Panther crew if they are in Panther Rover crew? Panthera Rover crew in Kenyatta University if they are a student at the moment. And before that, let me just read a bit of feedback, and I keep people here so that we get more questions from them. Following live from the KU Panthera Scouts, the biggest club in KU after Annex. Come on, guys, let's be serious kidogo. But that's Simiyu Raymond. Thank you for tuning in, Simiyu Raymond. I will not talk much about Annex. Now, Poetic Cyprian, anasema grandpa. I'm guessing that's you.
The Simiyu.
Right?
Raymond Simiyu.
Simiyu Raymond.
Yeah, he's the grandpa.
Oh, grandpa. So this is a reaction to Simiyu.
Yeah.
Come on, grandpa. Unatuambia nini leo asubuhi at the biggest club after Annex. Tuned in to the greatest morning show, Biashara Tuesday. Let's get the bug. That is Ed Lenz. Ed Lenz anasema, shout out to Major Frank Maina. Major Frank Maina is on the transmission desk here. Anasema, shout out to Major Frank Maina, the one true commander. So Major Frank Maina has this regalia that he wears, makes him look like someone in the military or in the scouts. Probably he was in one. He will let us know. Tuned in live from Mountain View, Uthiru. Shout out to Faith Joel. This is Sunday Mebur or Mebur. Yeah, Mebur. So shout out to you from Sunday Mebur. Here also I see again Simiyu Raymond anasema, lakini kama wewe si scout, wewe ni nani? Kama wewe si scout, wewe ni nani?
Unafanya nini kwa maisha? What are you for?
Kama mtu ako Kenyatta University na anataka kuwa scout sasa, tumesema kama yeye si scout, yeye ni nani? How do they do that?
Okay, it's so easy. Okay, you just register. We do register for KSA cards, registration cards that run for one whole year. So if, for instance, you register in April, it will expire like December, then we do another one. Yeah, so that's it. Then you just come on board. We add you to the WhatsApp forum. For like the last semester, we had our meetings every Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. at Bishop Square. At times we could change the venue, maybe go to the Arboretum. Yeah, at times you could maybe decide to go to any other institution for partnership and all that, for maybe sharing of ideas and such.
Do I need some form of background? Mimi nilikuwa nimekuja hapa na certificate yangu ya Pathfinder. Kama naweza kujoin. Do I need some sort of background or anything? Just registration and then the rest I will...
Not really. You don't really need a background because some of the people people we have who are scouts in Pantera Rover crew have never been scouts. And like me, who became a scout when I was in class, was it 4 or 6? Yeah.
Okay.
So not necessarily for you to have like a background. You could just have interest, then join from.
So if I wasn't a scout in high school, I can still be a scout.
Yeah, sure.
If I'm at Kenyatta University.
Yeah.
All right. Gesicho, still on joining, is there an age limit? Also, are there, tuseme kama nishamaliza university, I do have a chance at scouts? Kuna scouts ya wakongwe huku nje, Ngumbaru scouts or something like that.
Actually, the age limit of a rover is 26 years.
Okay.
So if you're below 26 years, you still can wear the orange scarf. You're still a rover.
Okay.
But after that, you can be a scouter.
A scouter?
Yeah.
What's a scouter?
I'm sure you've seen people old, but they're still in there.
Yeah, they still
in
have
the scout
regalia. Yeah.
Those are our elders. Those are our people we go to for guidance. Those are our vigogo.
Hao ndio wanapea mwelekeo.
Yeah.
All right.
So they say once a scout, always a scout. Whether you finish the rovering stage, you still always be a scout. So,
okay. So
no
once
end.
you finish yourself, you're going to graduate to be a scouter.
Yeah.
Is that automatic, or do you register for it as well?
There is a progressive challenge in a rovering section, whereby you go through a few challenges you have to tackle and earn a few badges. Our highest badge is called the Chief Scout Award, whereby to earn this badge is not easy, but it needs determination and work. Okay. Because one of the key factors to the challenges to tackle is you have to come up with a project that will sustain or help the community on our motor service. But also it has to be a profitable and also can run for more than 6 months.
Okay.
So it's a journey, but yet you have to go through it. But after done with 26 years, it's all about dedication and your spirit of scouting. You'll always be a scout.
Okay.
Now, it's up to you to know what will you do with always being a scout. You see that?
All right, I see. Let's talk about the competition, or that is the East African Zonal Competition, which is a very significant honor, and I would like to congratulate you guys. First of all, I want to know how the ladies are preparing to showcase their skills and talents at this level, and also the gents. But before that, more comments. Just going to read the last round of comments and then let you guys finish up. I love to tutasoma hizo comments zingine, but keep them coming in, guys. I see here Steve Osiemo anasema mambo ni live wewe. Mambo ni live kabisa Steve bana. Welcome to the show. Pantera to the world. Stella Angulu ndio anasema hiyo, anasema Pantera to the world. Thank you very much Stella. Hapa niko na Ojwang Mariam. Ojwang Mariam is a very good friend of mine and has been a colleague here at KUTV. Anasema how mascout hawezi piga drills kadhaa pale chini. Tuone what makes them different. So we're going to see maybe at the end of the show tasongeza hizi meza alafu tupige ka.
Actually, if they want to see us on a drill ground, we do hold guard of honors when it comes to events in KU. For example, the Culture Week.
Oh, okay.
And also have a drill at the ground, the show, agricultural show.
Okay.
So a drill, a guard of honor parade comes always when there's an event.
Okay.
But also a flag raising ceremony.
Hatuwezi piga drill hapa.
No.
Tusongeze kidogo.
No, hapana.
Alright, that's Ojwang Mariam. Itabidi umewatafuta alafu utajua kunaendaje. Charity Chelangat also saying Scouts bravo. Thank you Charity for tuning in. Mebur ameenda hadi ameni tag on Twitter. Amesema at Richard on Kenya lazima aone he's watching live from Mountain View, Nairobi. Really excited about this conversation with the Scouts. Let's talk about the East African zonal competition. First of all, let us know what led up to it. Alafu tujue tuna anticipate nini from both, the gents and the ladies.
All right, so maybe I could give you a brief introduction of how the rankings go. Like, we start with the sub-county competitions, then we go to the county or regionals, then from there we proceed to nationals. Then after there, now we get the team which now represents Kenya to East Africa competitions. Now it's like ni jambo la kushangaza. We never participated in sub-county competitions. We went for the first Africa Rover Mots that Gesicho had mentioned earlier. So we only went to the regionals competitions. And for my team, no one has ever participated in rovering competitions. So we were like amateurs. It was our first time. So for the females, we were first runners up. Then the gents were the winners for the males category.
Right.
Then from there, we managed to proceed to the nationals. Now for the nationals, we were kind of tensed because we came to realize only number one proceeds to East Africa competitions.
Okay.
So for the ladies, we had around 20 or 24.
I don't remember.
Around 20 teams, approximately.
Oh, teams.
Yeah, like competing against 19 female teams. So it was kind of hard for us to believe we could manage to be the winners. And bearing in mind that the team that won the nationals, the previous
year
competitions,
was
were
present.
with us.
Okay.
The first runners-up were still with us. So we were like, okay, you could
Imeenda.
give us a top five, ishaenda. And then again, the person who was kind of now anataja the winners, they only do number 3, position 3, 2, 1. So when we didn't, for the regionals, when we never had maybe for the gents, because for the regionals the female teams were only 2, so we could definitely proceed to nationals. But for the gents, there were almost 7 teams. So we were tensed up because if they fail to be mentioned position 3, 2, they can still fail to be position 1. But now for the nationals, we were like, okay, position 3, no. We are happy because we want to be 1. But again, we are tensed because we could be 10, 15 around there.
Yeah, okay.
So 3 is mentioned, we are not there. 2 is mentioned, we are not there. Sasa ni kukaza. Hey. And the winners. I always like remember inaringingi kwa akili yangu hadi wa leo. I do feel like tunafaa tuirudishe. When they said now it was us, let me tell you, people screamed. Beshte yangu alipoteza sauti.
It was an exciting moment.
I tell you. Yeah, and considering that since 2019 we never competed, and we never competed in rovering, it was our first time, but we really tried our level best.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's a very great feat to achieve right there.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
So you're going to Dar?
Yeah, we're going to Tanzania. We really don't know the specific location where the competitions will be held, but we're really preparing adequately. So basically what happens, they measure on projects and bases and inspections, both morning and evening. So now they really need to see creativity and innovation when you're presenting the projects, teamwork, what else, leadership and all that. So yeah, so we're really working on that to see how it goes.
Right.
But then I heard that Kenya has never managed to win in the East Africa competitions.
Okay.
So maybe
This is another moment
we
ya
are really
kukaza.
working on that. We are
Kukaza ni
really working on
continuous.
that. Yeah, we'd like to be the first team to win for Team Kenya in the East Africa competitions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I get from Gesicho, tunaenda kwako tusikie how the males are preparing themselves and how it was, in these competitions. Ojwang amerudi, amesema hawa wangepiga drills zao 3 mwenda wazimu hapo, alafu tujue kama wana deserve to represent Kenya. Or no, tena wanataka ku audition, wajue kama mko ready. Please tell them you're ready and how prepared you are.
By the time the Kenya Scouts Association has auditioned us and chose us to be the representative of Kenya in the East Africa, trust me, we are ready.
Yeah.
See, team si mchezo.
So ready.
Hii team si mchezo.
So you guys are ready and set.
Yeah, we are ready. Okay. I remember a friend of mine, after winning the nationals, I did post on my status, we did it. So when I posted that, this is the first question he asked me. His name is actually Charles Miano. The first question he asked me, "Wo mnaenda kushindana raise flag?"
Oh yeah, right. What are the metrics za hiyo
I
competition?
was like, is even a flag raising ceremony a competition?
It can't be.
Okay, so basically, the competition is a platform to evaluate one's understanding of the scouting skills and how to apply them onto the real world problems. We are given problems from the real world challenges where we have to provide solutions as scouting. Let me give you an example. One of the projects we were asked during the national competition was, you are in a community activity, let's say a cleanup, and you have disabled people amongst you. How will you help them to also take part in the community activity? Remember, this is a scouting skill question. So you have to apply your scouting skill to make gadgets and also help them in the community.
I see.
So it's also how to apply the knowledge you've learned into the solution. So let's say we are awarded according to the solution, the applicability of the solution
that you're providing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not all about
Raising the flag.
raising the flag
Okay.
or drills. Okay, drills is also a part in but it's a small part.
Okay.
When it comes to rovers, we are past the drilling part, but it's also as an essential training part.
Right.
But also, the major point is how we use the knowledge we have acquired since the Sumbura stage to the Momba stage. Now the rovering part is applying it to the world.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. Mwesikia ujong Maria mambo. There's a lot that involves scouts. Drill ukitaka enda usikize YouTube. Utapata drill mingi sana. In the meantime, we are here in the spirit of service and education, and the Kenyatta University Panthera Scouts Troop has undeniably shown us their commitment to this kind of spirit of service and dedication. This remarkable journey is helping them gear up for representing Kenya in an international stage, and we are here to remind ourselves through them of the spirit of teamwork, dedication, and the invaluable lessons that they've learned throughout scouting. Thank you guys for creating time here. I'm going to give you a chance to say your last remarks, and then, you know, anything else that I might have left, this is going to be your floor to do it. I'll start with the lady.
All right, thank you. So first, I feel like I left something. So we made history. It was the first time to have like one crew winning for both teams, gents and female. And again, I must congratulate my ladies. They were the number one for the overall teams. Out of 54 teams, they managed to be the winners. So otherwise, I'd say those who are not scouts, again, wewe ni nani na unafanya nini kwa hii maisha? Yeah, so otherwise, once a scout, always a scout. So I'm so happy to be a rover. And again, so thank you for hosting us.
You're welcome.
Okay, and for the boys, I forgot to mention how the boys worked during the competition.
Oh, yeah.
The boys let's say we had a lot of challenges, but this time I loved how my boys worked through everything. It was not really easy. It wasn't easy, especially when it comes to finances and handling the competition, whatever comes with it. We were really low. But when it came to the ground and we had to do this, those people can do work. So as a troop, okay, there's a Panthera troop, and below it there are the two sections, males and females. The Kiwi is for the male, the Kanga is for the ladies. Now, it is the first time in the competition one troop, as both crews have taken position one. It was a history. It was a landmark.
That's quite historical.
It was a
university beat everyone else.
Everybody. I remember Grandpa after winning the the nationals, Grandpa came
Grandpa
and
is
said,
me, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Grandpa said, there's the Rovers section, then there's the Panthera section.
All right. So this is an elite squad.
This is
of
an
scouts.
elite, this is the Green Berets.
Okay. Right. That's nice, and congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
It is not a small feat to achieve there. And thank you guys for creating time and showing up at Biashara Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you.
One of those skills, I'm guessing, ni kufunga tie. Is that?
It's a knot.
It's a knot.
Yeah,
What is the fastest way as a tie this knot? Is there
there's always many ways of tying a knot. That everybody has his own likeness or how you can adapt to it.
Okay.
But knots and lashes are one of the key concepts of surviving in a camping, you see, in an outdoor activity. So you have to learn how to use a rope and how to use it correctly.
Okay.
Especially, let's say, for example, in a first aid occasion, you can't use a rope wrongly because one slight mistake and that's the end of that life.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gesicho and Faith, for creating time for me this morning. I'll come back to you pale nyuma ya tent uniambie venye nitaweza kufunga hii tie in the fastest way possible. I'm always faulted here once in a while, but this has been a great conversation with the Kenyatta University Scouts Troop, the Panthera Rover crew. Very exciting. I've had fun. I'm going to take a break, take a sip of water. I am coming back with another student of Kenyatta University, and now they're looking up to the students actually. So we're going to take a look at the space. Tumejaribu kutafuta solutions huku chini, tabidi tuangalie juu, maybe msaada wetu unatoka huko nje. So they are in the Kenyatta University Association of students who are taking a look at matters of space. So how exactly are they doing that? What kind of projects have they been up to? And how important is what they're doing to us? Because that's what we are up to here on Biashara Tuesday. Engage with me on social media at Richard_Okenye. I will be right back.